Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Welcome to the session. Can you hear me? If yes, please type yes in the chat box. The chat is open now. If you can hear me, please respond by typing yes in the chat box as a confirmation. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you all. Thank you all for your responses. Thank you very much. Let's stop the chat. Let's stop the chat. What's the plan for today? One minute. Okay. What's the plan for today? I'll give a quick introduction about myself. Okay. And we'll also have a quick introduction about the participants who wants to have a talk with me. Okay, so please raise your hand. So we'll have interactions to start with. And we'll start with the basics. As you know, this is a Windows Server Administration course. We'll start from the scratch. You'll understand what is a server. There are several uses of a particular server, especially for the beginners in the technology. The term server could be a very complex word. Let's make that simplified. Let's learn in what all ways a server can be used. Operating system. Our operating system will understand about what is the use of an operating system on a high level. There are two types of operating system: network operating system and client operating system. Let's have a discussion on that. I will go through the course content which will be covered as part of the training course. And we'll get into practicals. In today's session, we will learn how can we install VMware Workstation. Okay, so because we'll be using this particular VMware Workstation tool in the entire journey of our training. So this is our plan for today's session. Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is Sunil Koppavarpu. I'm based out of Hyderabad. I have total 9 years of experience in the technology. I started my career in Oracle applications and shifted my domain from Oracle applications to DevOps. I worked on AWS cloud. I worked on bit of Python and Django framework. Okay, so for every DevOps engineer, understanding about Windows administration is critical. So that's how I got more exposure towards Windows administration. So this session, I'm planning to give my knowledge transfer with respect to understanding how exactly the Windows server is important, critical for an organization, and what all ways we can use this particular Windows server in the real time. Okay, so this is our agenda, and this is a quick introduction about myself. So participants, if you want to have a quick talk, please raise your hand. I have seen some participants raising your hand. Let's start with Mr. Narsimulu. Good evening, Narsimulu. How are you doing today? You are now allowed to unmute, and you can talk now. Can you hear me, Narsimulu?
Good evening. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are audible. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you very much. See, actually, previous also I joined some batches in Logic Labs.
Okay.
So,
May I know which courses you have joined?
AWS and CCNA.
You have attended AWS and you have attended CCNA. AWS by Mr. Ankit
Yes, yes, Ankit Naroda.
and CCNA by Mr. Varun.
No, Rajmohan.
Who is the CCNA with by
Rajmohan.
Raj Mohan. Okay, okay,
Yes,
okay. Good, good. Okay.
yes.
So, may I
So,
know your
this,
experience? Yeah.
yeah, I have total 7+ years of experience in IT.
Mm-hmm.
So, previous I worked as a desktop support engineer and so little bit on servers to
Mm-hmm.
again recollect regarding servers. I joined this.
Revise the concepts on
Yeah.
servers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good, very good. So, how is your feedback on the AWS course which you have attended?
Yeah. It's good and It's
Okay, and
very
CCNA
helpful.
is also good, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
CCNA also, the way
okay.
of teaching is good, and whatever
Rah-
concepts covered is
Raj
also.
Mohan. Okay, okay.
Yes,
So we definitely match your expectations this time also. Welcome to the third course from Narsimulu.
yes.
So we'll
Thank you.
meet up to your expectations. You will be definitely happy with this Windows administration training. And as you are from the desktop support engineer, okay, so current role is desktop engineer. Am I right, Nasimlu?
Yes,
So
yes.
you can upgrade yourself to one Windows server. Later on, you can go to a more better technology like DevOps. Okay, that should be your career path. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So all the best, Nasimulu. Okay, you're from which city?
I'm from Hyderabad.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Nice meeting, talking to you, Nasimulu.
Thank you. Bye.
Good evening, Mitra. How are you doing today?
Very good evening, Mr. Sunil. Thank you for accepting my request. And how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Did we talk before? This is the first time are you attending my session?
No, actually, quite some time back, I have interaction with you regarding AWS course, but unfortunately, due to my work schedule and other things, I couldn't pursue that course. But I do attended your
Okay.
earlier sessions, like one or two sessions, and interacted in that, but I couldn't pursue that course for
Okay.
other reasons. And now
Okay. Okay.
I
Because
just
of the
want to
timings
bring up
issue.
yeah, timings issue and all that. And this is also
Okay.
the exact, just I signed out and just logged into this course. Very,
Okay. Nice
very
to
bad.
meet you.
And
Okay. May I know
about
your
myself,
experience?
yeah, I have nearly about 6 to 7 years experience in IT. Specifically, I look after network administration basically. And
Wow. Mhm.
recently, my company wants to install a server. Well, currently, the company I'm
Windows Server.
yes, Windows Server. So,
Mhm.
though I'm aware of the technology, but not like detailed
Mhm.
skills. Okay, so just
Okay.
to
Okay.
have that detailed skill.
You need a more professional approach of learning a particular, especially for Windows
Yes,
Server.
I'll be honest and honestly admit one point. Like we all know that we have many free advisors in YouTube, right?
Yes.
Many videos. But apart from that, we can learn something out of them. But apart from that, for a professional point of view, we need to learn from professionals. That's I want to make sure
Correct.
of that.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
for that
you need
purpose, I have
some
entered.
guidance. Some guidance. Yeah, it's very
Yes,
important.
definitely. An interactive guide.
Uh,
Like, in YouTube, we cannot interact with the mission. So
yes, yes. That's an
obviously,
advantage of the live training. Okay. So
yes,
you
exactly.
can practice whatever we are learning on day to day, and immediately if you have some queries, we can get back to the next session.
Yes,
That's the advantage
definitely.
of
The
live training.
interaction gives you more insight, basically.
Correct, correct, right.
Yeah.
Good, good. Thank you, Mitra. So where did you learn? So you know some concepts of Active Directory, how exactly it needs to be configured.
Yes,
Uh,
actually, I have a test computer. So I have installed Windows 2019, actually.
okay,
Created
okay,
a forest and activated some Active Directory also, created
mm,
some users and all that, but that's all came from YouTube knowledge, to be honest.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
I'm
No
being
problem.
following some channels and getting that information. But when you took a deep dive into the technology, like serious concepts, like, configuring the services using PowerShell through commands and all that, that interactive session is more advantageous, right?
Correct.
So I'm looking into depth, like I want to
Yes,
learn the depth of the server administration. And
I'm
may I
sure. I'm
ask,
sure.
why did you choose 2016 when 2019 and even 2021 has also came up now?
We will we will start with 2016, okay, and then we
Okay,
will also discuss about 2000 latest versions like 2019, okay, so that you'll
okay,
understand the different features, okay.
yeah,
So no
that's
problem.
better. That's better.
Okay. Thank you, Mitra. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, perfect. So, one more infraction. Mr. Sushant, how are you doing?
Hello, Sunil sir. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thank you, Sushant, your experience. So,
Okay, so I
any
have
specific
total.
reason why are you learning Windows administration?
Okay, so I have total 6 years of experience in IT technologies. Especially, I was working as an admin, IT admin. Now I have joined one of American company, and
Very good.
my job
Congrats.
role is yeah, thank you. My job role here is for the IT operation engineer, and I am working on SSEM. So that's the reason I have joined this course.
Okay, good. So you are responsible for maintaining the infrastructure, the machines, and how users who are connected to the servers
Yes,
and all those stuff. Am I right?
yeah, pushing the
Sushant?
patches and the updates. Yes, correct.
Okay. Complete centralized management of the entire IT infrastructure. Probably that could be your
Yes,
plan. Okay,
yes.
good. So you know Windows, or you already have done some research work, or is the first time you're learning Windows Server?
No, I'm first time learning. When I saw the
Okay.
course content that you will be teaching this, so I immediately joined the link because earlier I was
Okay.
part of your one of course AWS in I think 59 batch.
Oh, very bad. Probably 2 years back,
It 2-3 years back.
3 years back. Yeah. Good,
Yes.
good, good. So thank you,
So
Sushant. Okay. So thank you for
thank
following
you, sir.
our group and following our institute for the upcoming batches. Definitely you'll
Yes,
enjoy
yes.
this Windows Server training. Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So let's stick to our agenda. So as we had a quick introduction about each other's, the plan of this training is considering the newcomer into the IT industry, even though a particular participant who was attending this particular course, especially Windows Server course, even though he is having zero experience in the IT industry, he may not have any experience, work experience, but still he should be at the end of this particular course, he should be strong enough, he should be able to clear the Windows Server certification exam, okay, as well as he should be confident attending the interviews with respect to Windows Server admin role. So from the scratch point of view, so we will be discussing each and every concept in detail, practicals, okay, so that you'll understand important features, how exactly Windows Server is very critical to a particular organization, and how can we control the entire IT infrastructure using this particular Windows Server. Okay, so that's our agenda by the end of this particular course. Okay, so let's, as I told you, this will be right from the basics. So let me go with the first basic term. What is a server? Okay, okay. To be more simple, what is a server on a high level or in simple words? Is anybody who wants to speak in the session now, understanding the term called server? Please raise your hand. Not too technical jargons, a simple words about understanding a term called server. Is anybody who wants to have a discussion? Please raise your hand. Perfect. Okay. The definition of server changes from the person to person perception. Okay. So let's, yes. Mahesh, you have any inputs, any points to discuss about the definition of a term called server? Anyone?
Yeah, hi Sunil.
Yes.
Server is nothing but it is service to another computer
Mhm.
or
Okay.
or a user.
Okay. Service to another user. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Thank you. 1 minute. Okay. Okay. So let's define the term called server. Okay. I have a quick notes. I have made a simple notes to make the terminologies. First point, especially for the IT industry, people who are entering into the IT industry, don't worry about this technical jargons. Okay. Don't think that server is complex. The moment you find a term called server, you hear a term called server, generally you think that's a complex terminology or complex to understand. Okay, so there's nothing in complex. Okay, so don't worry. First point, don't worry about this technical jargons. Okay, so let's make the concept very simple. Okay, now as per my understanding, this is what is a server. Okay, a server is a computer. A server is nothing but a computer. Network is a device that provides services to other computers. Okay, a server is a computer. In network, a server is a computer in network. It's just a computer which is in a particular network that provides services to other computers. Other computers can be clients. Again, I'll explain you what I mean by term called client or a network. Servers are core for computer operations and are essential for businesses that need servers needs to manage and store huge amounts of data, large amounts of data. Okay, so servers are generally of high configuration. Generally servers are nothing but high configuration machines. Our laptops or desktops are low configuration machines. If you compare our laptop could be 8 GB RAM. Our laptop could be an i5 processor, an i7 processor. Our laptop can be 500 GB of storage, 1 TB or maximum 2 TB of storage. So that is a hardware configuration of generally our laptops. But servers are generally high configuration machines. Okay, generally servers is nothing but a high configuration machines. Okay, and the servers provide services to other computers. What do you mean by providing services to other computers? Let's understand this particular paragraph by referring to a particular image. Look at this particular image. In this particular image, can you see this is identified? This is a server. This is a machine. This is a machine. This is like a computer. Now, other machines will connect to this particular server for some reasons. Okay, so other machines will connect to this particular server for some reason. Okay, so server is nothing but a machine, a high-end machine, generally a high-end machine which is designed to work 24/7, which is designed to work 24/7. Okay, so other machines will connect to your server. Other machines will connect to the particular server. So all these machines will connect to the servers. The machines which connect to this high-end server are called as client machines. Okay, the machines from which we'll be connecting to this particular server are called as client machines. Okay, for example, we all have internet banking, right? Participants, we all have internet bank accounts. We all we all have ICICI bank accounts. We all have State Bank of India bank accounts. So we all want to perform internet banking. Okay, so from your personal laptop or from your mobile phone, from your personal desktop, we will be connecting to ICICIbank.com domain name. Agree? I'm making the term very simple. Let's say I have an ICICI bank account. I want to perform internet banking. I want to perform fund transfer. I want to create a fixed deposit. I want to apply for a debit card or credit card. So the moment I open ICICIbank.com, I'm getting a page. Agree? What I'm getting? I'm getting a page. This is my laptop and I am opening ICICIbank.com. I'm getting a page. Now my question for you, from where I'm getting the page? This is my laptop. So in my laptop, so using the Google Chrome, I have used ICICIbank.com. I'm getting a page. My question for you is from where you are getting a page. I hope by this time you got the answer. We are getting the page from the server. Not only me, from your laptop, if you open the same website, ICICIbank.com, you may be in India, you may be in Hyderabad, you may be in Bangalore, you may be in US, you may be in any part of the location. The moment you're opening ICICIbank.com, you're getting a login page. Agree or not? You're getting this particular page. From where we are getting a page? We are getting a page from the server. Okay, so server is a machine. So if look at this. So ICICI, this is an assume that is coming to our example. ICICI Bank is maintaining a server. So if any user opens a particular website by using ICICIbank.com, here we are getting the page. So from where we are getting the page? We are getting a page from the server. So server is a machine which takes the request from the clients. What do you mean by client? From my laptop, if I'm opening ICICIbank.com, my laptop is a client. From mobile phone, if I'm opening ICICIbank.com, my mobile phone is a client. From my desktop, if I'm opening ICICIbank.com, my web desktop is a client. So clients are nothing but end users. I want to book my tickets. I want to book a movie ticket. I'm opening bookmyshow.com. So I want to book myshow.com. The moment I open book my show, I'm getting a login. I am getting a page. From where I'm getting the page, I'm getting the page from book my show. So server is a computer. It should be a high-end computer because at any given point of time, hundreds of users, thousands of users will receive the request from the clients, isn't it? At any given point of time, how many users will be connected to ICICIbank.com? Many number of users. We all do shopping, right? Flipkart, Amazon, right? Online shopping. So the moment you open Amazon shopping site, you're getting a page. From where you're getting a page? From a server. So that's the reason server should be a high-end machine, which is designed to work 24/7. The server should take the request from the client machines. When I say client machine, the term client, don't think it is very complex or technical. Client is nothing but your laptop or desktop. So every day your laptop works as a client to server. From the server point of view, so your laptop is nothing but a client. So server will take the request from the client and give you the desired response. Okay, so server is also a computer, a high-end computer. Okay, in the real time, how the servers look like? Look at this. These are clients. Okay, so this is a laptop, this is tablet, mobile phone, these are the clients. In the real time, how the server looks like. If you open Dell R740 server, this is how a server looks like. Not like your laptop or desktop. Okay, your laptop may have 16 GB RAM, 8 GB memory, 16 GB memory, or an i7 processor, but the servers will have huge memory, 256 GB memory, 1 TB, 50 TB storage, 100 TB, 1000 TB storage. So these are high-end machines. So these are machines which are high-end machines because it should take the traffic from the clients. It should take the request from the clients and give you responses. So that is the reason, as mentioned in the notes, they are essential for business. The servers needs to store and manage large amounts of data. So generally servers are nothing but the computers which are high configuration. So I have referred so much. So I hope by this paragraph, I hope especially beginners have an understanding about the term called server and client. Server is also a computer, client is also a computer. Your laptop, desktop, your mobile phones are considered as client, and the high-end machines are called as servers. Client will send the request to the servers, and all the server and clients are connected over the internet. Clear? I hope I'm very clear about the term called what do you mean by server and what do you mean by client. Now, what are the services provided by server? What is the server used for? Server is used for web hosting. Just now I have mentioned you. Servers are used for web hosting. So whenever you open a website, it could be ICICIbank.com or bookmyshow.com or a Zomato if you want to book. Okay, so the request will go to the server. So that is called as web hosting server. That is called as web hosting server. So those web servers, those are called as web servers, will provide the data as a web page. So how you're getting? Look at this. A simple. Look at this. A simple website. This is a simple website of a software company which is located at Gachibowli. From where I'm getting this particular page. So not only me, if you open from your laptop, if you open this website, you get the same page. Okay, so from where you're getting the page, you're getting the page from the web server. Web pages are delivered from using the web server. Okay, so server can be used for website hosting, so for maintaining websites. Servers can be used for email services. Let's make it very simple. I want to send an email. Okay, from my laptop, I want to send you an email. So I open gmail.com and I'll send you an email. Okay, so what happens? From my laptop, the information will be sent to the server, Gmail server, and from the Gmail server, the information will be sent to your client machine. That is nothing but your laptop. Any communication between two machines, there is an intermediate server. Any communication, let's say I want to send an email. I want to send a WhatsApp message to you. When I send a hi message to you, first the message will be sent from my client. My client is nothing but my mobile phone. Agree? So mobile phone is also a client. So when I send a WhatsApp message like a hi, from my mobile phone, the information will be sent to the WhatsApp server, and from the WhatsApp server, the information will be sent to your mobile phone. So any communication, so between client to client, there is an intermediate machine called a server, a high configuration machine called server. So server can be used for web hosting, that is nothing but for maintaining websites. Servers can be used for email servers, like Gmail maintains servers, Yahoo will maintain servers. Servers can be used for managing prints. Printer server, you can configure printer in a particular server. So printer server manages and distributes printing functionality, allowing single printer to allow from multiple clients. Let's say in an office, there are 100 employees. Let's say in an organization, 100 employees. Let's say in a bank, there are 10 employees. All the 10 employees should use one particular printer. Okay, so we can have a server where all the 10 laptops can be connected to server, and the printer will also be connected to server. So it will be used for printer management, authentication. Servers can also be used for authentication to validate whether a user is valid or not. So there are several ways we can use server. Several ways you can use server. Got it? When you so it depends upon the requirement of the business or requirement of an organization. So there are several services what servers will provide. Okay. Now, so you know now about what is a server and what is the use of server. Server can be used in many ways. We have discussed about some examples like email server. We have used about web server. If you install Oracle in that particular server, that becomes a database server. So how do you want to use that server? It depends upon what you are planning to install on that high-end machine. So there are different uses in which there are different services what server will provide you. Okay, so on a high level. Now, let's spend some time about operating system. Okay, I hope we all know about the term called operating system. If you want to work, let's say you have bought a new laptop. If that laptop is not having any operating system, can you use it? You cannot use it, isn't it? Let's say you have a desktop. You have hard disk, you have monitor, keyboard, mouse, but if the desktop is not installed with the operating system, you cannot use it. So operating system is a intermediate interface between the hardware and the user. Users are nothing but you and me who are planning to use a laptop and desktop. Those are nothing but users. Participants, am I right? Users are nothing but people like you and me who are using laptop day to day, mobile phone day to day. So desktop day to day, they are called as users. Okay, so the machines, if you want to use a machine, if you want to use a laptop, if you want to use a desktop, if you want to use a mobile phone, there should be a software installed in it. Okay, so I'm using my desktop here for this particular training. Okay, I'm using my desktop. My desktop is having a hard disk. My desktop is having memory, and desktop is having processor. These are the hardware components. But how can I use this particular hardware components? Okay, so there should be a software which is used to run the hardware. That software is nothing but an operating system. So my desktop is installed with what operating system? Go to this PC, properties, Windows 10 operating system. So this is a Windows 10 operating system. Okay, so operating system is used to run the hardware, use it to access the hardware. So every machine needs an operating system. Okay, now if you refer to this particular image, participants, we all know this. How many clients are there in this particular machine, in this particular image? It is very simple and clear that we have client 1, we have client 2, and we have client 3. In this particular image, specific to this particular image, how many clients are connected to the server? Client 1 is connected to server, client 2 is connected to server, and client 3 is connected to server. There are 3 clients. Okay. So clients will have operating systems like Windows, Android, Mac operating system. These are client operating systems. Day to day, every user, every day we are working with our day to day activities with our mobile phones and laptops and desktops. Those are client operating systems. But servers, we should not install Windows 10. For servers, to manage the servers, the functionality of the server is different. Server should take the request and should give the response. The objective of the server is completely different. So for servers, there's a different type of operating system. So operating systems are divided into 2 types. Operating systems are divided into two types: network operating system and client operating system. Operating system is divided into two types: network operating system, client operating system. Let's start with client operating system. Client operating systems are nothing but operating systems which we use day to day. Your mobile phone, Android, is nothing but a client operating system. Your MacBook is a client operating system. Your Windows 10 machine is a client operating system. Windows 7 is a client operating system. Clients are nothing but end users. So end users like you and me, how are we connecting to ICICIbank.com? How are we connecting to Google Pay server? How are we connecting to Phone Pay server? Using the operating system Android, or from your mobile, from your desktop, how are you connecting to Gmail server using the Windows operating system? So these are called as client operating systems. But servers, there's a different type of operating system called as network operating system. Servers should be installed with network operating systems. So if anybody is discussing about types of operating system, but mainly there are two types: client operating systems where clients will use it, network operating system where server will use it. So servers should be installed with network operating system. Server should be installed with network operating system. Look at the notes. Network operating system is a software that manages and controls network resources. Controls network resources. Network example of a network resources can be a printer. Okay, example of a network resource: your laptop can be a network resource, a desktop can be a network resource. Okay, so it's an operating system which will control other computers. Okay, so those are called as network operating system and allows devices on a network to communicate. So this is a special operating system. Network operating system is a special operating system which allows communication between the clients to the servers. So the functionality of the network operating system is completely different with respect to functionality of the client operating system. The features is completely different. The functionality, the objective of the server operating system, network operating system is completely different. Examples of network operating systems are, for example, Windows Server, which we are learning, is a network operating system. Windows Server, the most widely used, most user-friendly operating system, network operating system is Windows Server operating system, which is designed by, obviously we know it's Microsoft. Most user-friendly. Okay. Most widely used is Linux. Okay. Most widely used operating system is Linux. Because I'm teaching Windows, I cannot say Windows is widely used. Okay. Linux is widely used with respect to operating systems. So Linux is developed by AT&T Corporation, Bell Laboratories organization in the year 1960, long back. In Linux also there are different flavors of Linux, like Red Hat Linux, SUSE Linux, Debian. There are different flavors of Linux. So that's also one example of a Linux operating system. So if there's a high-end machine, so we can install Linux on that to run that particular server. We can install Windows Server also. Cisco is having its own operating system, Cisco Internet Network OS. That's an operating system provided by Cisco. Okay, so these are the popular network operating system. Very limited. Okay, so high-end machines which are designed to provide some services like this should be installed with network operating system. Users obviously will be using Windows 7, Windows 10, Android, Mac. These are examples of client operating systems. Clear? So operating systems are again divided into two types: network operating system, client operating system. I hope I'm very clear. I hope I'm very clear with respect to understanding the term server, understanding the term called client. Clients will use client operating systems like Windows 10, Android, Windows 7, which we daily use it. Servers are installed with different operating systems like Windows Server, Linux servers, and other servers. Okay, so there's a different classifications of network operations. Okay, now let's move on. Let's also discuss about the course contents which we are planning to deliver in this particular course. Duration is approximately 30 days. Don't worry about the technical jargon, especially beginners. You may be afraid with the term called ADDS. Oh my God, DHCP, IPAM, WSUS. Okay. Don't think these are complex by looking at the words. Never think what is meant by DNS. Oh my God, backup recovery, Active Directory. By looking at the terms, don't be afraid, don't be complex, don't be afraid in learning technology. Okay, these are just terminologies. Okay, Active Directory domain services, dynamic host configuration protocol, IP address management, implementing file and print services, backup and restore, which is very important functionality for a Windows Server administration. Windows deployment services, update services. US stands for update services, Windows Server update services, Windows Server virtualization, file service, upgrading server operating system, implementing remote access, clustering, which is very important. What is name resolution? How exactly name resolutions are used? Name servers in Windows, DNS zones. What is domain name server? Record management, conditional forwarders, log management. Very important. Log is very, very important. Backup and restore functionalities, Active Directory protocols, Active Directory installation concepts, directory roles, Active Directory group policies, which is group policies are very important. Domain administration, public key, PowerShell. We'll start with basics and then we'll go to medium level PowerShell scripting. Active Directory migration, protocols used in Internet Information Server, introduction to web server, managing IIS configuration, backup and restoring configuration files. So every day-to-day activities for the Windows Server administration, you feel very, very comfortable by completing this particular course. You feel confident with respect to managing IT infrastructure specific to Windows Server administration. Clear about this? So these are the course contents. You can get this course content directly from the website. Next point. There is a WhatsApp group created for this particular batch. There is a WhatsApp group exclusively created for this particular batch. I hope you are already in the WhatsApp group. In case if you're not in the WhatsApp group, okay, I recommend you to join the WhatsApp group for this particular batch, which started today. Okay, I hope you're already in the WhatsApp group. Okay, if you are not in the WhatsApp group, I'm just sending the WhatsApp group, WhatsApp community, not group, WhatsApp community in the chat box right now. Link. I'm sure most of you are already there in the WhatsApp community. In case if anybody is not in the WhatsApp community, I have just sent you the WhatsApp community link in the chat box to get the updates exclusively for this particular training. Okay, clear about this? Okay. And first 3 days of demo sessions. Okay, like how you have joined today. Using the same Zoom link, you can join tomorrow as well as day after tomorrow. Okay. So, and this is the payment link. Once you like the training, if you want to enroll for the course fees is 6,490 rupees. As per Indian rupees, it is 6,490. So this is about the course. You can buy now and check out. It accepts Google Pay, UPI, it accepts internet banking, debit card, credit card. So you can complete the transaction. So that's about the course content and the duration and the timings and the WhatsApp community for the updates about this particular training. Okay, next. I think Harika is having some questions. Good evening, Harika. How are you doing?
Yeah, hi. I'm doing good. Thank you. How about you?
Doing well, thank you. Harika, your experience, please, and your location.
Yes, I'm from Hyderabad. I have 15 years of experience.
Wow.
Actually, I am working as a Windows administrator.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, most of the time I have worked on the compliance issues and patching related issues, and then now I am into RFS team and working as a working on projects like in place upgrade and cluster upgrade,
Okay.
and but not had worked on DNS, DHCP, those practical. Okay, because
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't have support. And actually, one more thing is I have completed my Azure AZ104
Congratulations.
administrator certification recently.
Okay. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Okay.
Actually, now I'm planning to move.
Okay.
I want to change.
Change
So
your
I just
organization.
want to,
Okay. So
yeah,
you have experience in limited services of Windows Server. Now you want to explore the remaining all roles and tools which are
yeah.
available in
Actually,
this.
for your this one only, I have inquired about Azure training as well.
Mhm.
Okay. I just want to know, as I have already informed, 15 years of experience. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, actually, I am looking for a change. Which one would you think better, whether continue as a Windows administrator only or Azure? Which one is having more market? Do you have any idea
I
about that?
strongly recommend to move to Microsoft Azure.
Azure
Move to cloud. Okay.
Cloud.
Okay.
Hmm.
Because you already have on Windows Server
Windows Server
administration experience.
experience. Yes.
Okay. So it's
Hmm.
time to move to cloud because all the infrastructure is moving to cloud. Okay. If there are if there is a resource who is not having 15 years of experience, if he is having only IT infrastructure basic level experience or a network
Hmm.
administrator, for him I should have definitely advised Windows Server course which I'm teaching now. Especially for you, I strongly
Hmm.
recommend to learn Microsoft Azure and because because the future is cloud, I want you to move to cloud for better career opportunities.
Okay, but 15 years of experience and with
What
the
you
skill
need to
set
do,
for Azure
what you
is,
need to do once you learn Microsoft Azure, okay?
yeah,
So you
yeah,
have 15 years of experience. You have to
yes.
divide your resume in such a way that you have 13 years of experience in Windows administration and latest
Mm-hmm.
2 years of experience you have it on Microsoft Azure. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So what you
yeah.
have to do, whatever you have implemented on your previous experience in Windows Server administration, so you
Yeah.
have to understand how exactly equivalently you can do it on Microsoft Azure and you can project that work in Microsoft Azure. That's how you have to project your work experience and then move to the latest technology. Okay. So Harika,
Okay.
so please move
Yeah,
to cloud.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for that
So you
advice.
know you have, are you also from the previous batch participant or
No, actually, this week only I came to know about your
okay? Did anybody
yeah,
referred?
yeah. Yes, one of my a friend has referred that there is a YouTube channel and for this, and I yesterday I have listened one or two videos as well of Azure
Okay,
administrator.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, but the training is any idea when the training will be there for
Microsoft Azure.
Azure? Yes.
Okay, the new batch is not yet planned. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but we are planning it soon. Are you in the WhatsApp group?
I think so. I think so. For this one we got in
Yeah,
WhatsApp group
yeah,
only.
yeah, yeah. This group, you join any group. Okay, you can join this group
Yeah.
and stay in the group. You get the
Yeah.
updates about the Microsoft. Other courses also in this group. Okay, you get the updates.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Harika.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Vinay Kumar. Good evening. How are you doing, Vinay?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, Vinay. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Sunil. So, yeah, I have overall 10 plus years of experience. I
Looks
have,
like all the participants are having more than 7, 8, and then 10 plus experience. Yes.
yeah, I was actually part of Linux administration and shell scripting and automation stuff.
Shell
So
scripting by
recent,
myself.
no, I attended your Azure trainings, DevOps Azure trainings.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So currently, as per the requirement, I had to move into Windows build team. So my question is
Okay.
about whether this course is covering only the administration related stuff, or is this going to be helpful for the Windows build side as well? The image building and how do we customize the images, all those stuff is what in line for me.
Okay. Okay. So if your target is to learn, Windows administration.
Not fully. I would rate 10 out of 100. Yeah, 10 to
Okay. Okay. Okay.
20%.
Okay. Very minimum percents of okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are not focusing on the image building activities what you are expecting. Okay. This is
Mhm.
purely from the my Windows Server administrator role point of view. Okay. It's all about
Okay.
focus towards infrastructure management. Okay. Maintaining
Mhm.
security, maintaining logs. Okay. Maintaining
Okay.
protocols and maintaining the assets of an organization. Okay. So it's all about the
Mm.
infrastructure point of view. Okay. So this does not cover with respect to build activities with respect to Microsoft point of view. Okay.
Okay, are we going to cover GPOs in this training?
Yeah, we'll be discussing that. Okay. Yes.
GPOs, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Good,
Vinayak.
at least if I could turn on those areas also will be helpful for me. If not,
Okay.
we will
But
go
having
to-
exposure on this Windows server services and roles and tools involved in it will make yourself
Mhm.
comfortable with in your work experience. Okay, because you are completely moving to Microsoft Windows now, isn't it? Okay.
Correct, yeah.
What is the previous experience?
Previously, I was into Linux administration, shell scripting, automation, and I worked on a couple of automation tools as well. So
Okay.
I'm good at PowerShell also.
Okay.
So my core expectation is on the administration tasks like permissions and local administration, local users and groups, GPOs.
Those are all covered, no doubt about it. Okay.
All those are my expectations. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sunil.
Thank you, Vinayak.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Now, okay. The point is, as we know, the entire training is with respect to hands-on practicals. Okay. So to perform practicals, by looking at this image, by this time you have realized that we should have minimum 2 machines to work out with practicals. We should have minimum 2 machines, right? One should be a server machine. One should be a client machine. At least we should have 2 machines. Okay. Then only we can experience how exactly server will control the client and how exactly client will communicate to server. Okay, so for that, so to work out on this, what we'll be doing is we will be creating 2 machines. Okay, because we have to have minimum 2 machines to work out with this. So for that, what we'll be doing is we will be using a tool called as VMware Workstation. I hope you already have an exposure towards VMware Workstation. So using VMware Workstation, we can create 2 virtual machines. Okay, that means this is my desktop. Okay, which I'm using now. So in my desktop, this is my actually this is my operating system. As you know, this is a desktop which is installed with Windows 10 operating system. So we'll be installing one tool called as VMware. I also strongly recommend you to do this and practice day to day whatever we are learning in our day to day, because the Windows Server, if you don't practice, you will lose the interest. That's very important. So to work out practicals, so we should have 2 machines. To achieve that, we'll be using virtualization technology. We will be virtually creating 2 machines in my desktop. So that is possible by using a tool called as VMware Workstation. So we will be using VMware Workstation in our training. We will be using virtual blocks. We'll be using PuTTY to connect to the machines. That's fine. So this session, I want to proceed with installation of VMware. Okay. In your laptop, if you're practicing in your or if you're practicing on desktop, I strongly recommend to install VMware, so that will be practicals. We can get started practicals right from tomorrow. So let's proceed with installation of VMware Workstation in my desktop, which I'm using now. Okay, so before installation of VMware Workstation, very important option what you have to do in your laptop or desktop, you have to enable virtualization. So VMware is all about virtualization technology. Don't worry what is virtualization, you'll understand once we get into practicals. First, it's a virtualization technology that should be enabled. That virtualization feature should be enabled in your laptop. If you're using laptop, or if you're using desktop, that should be enabled. Okay, so how to enable virtualization in your laptop or desktop? Okay, so whenever you power on the laptop, whenever you power on the desktop, you need to go to BIOS. If you're using Lenovo laptop, you have to use F1. If you're using Dell laptops or desktops, you have to use F2. If you're using HP laptop or desktop, you have to use F10. These are keys, you need to use it. When the moment you use it, you will be entering into BIOS. In your BIOS, you have to go to advanced option. There's an option called Intel Virtualization Technologies option. By default, it will be disabled. If you have to enable it. Okay, so go to your BIOS of your laptop or desktop and enable the virtualization technology option. Okay, and save this BIOS settings. That is first thing you have done it. I already have done this in my desktop. Next, our plan is to install VMware Workstation. So I am providing the software, all the required softwares I will be providing you to practice whatever we are learning day to day. We will be providing you the required tools, required ISO images, operating system, everything we will be providing you so that you can focus on learning instead of searching all this on your Google. So this is a URL. This is a public URL. I'm sharing this URL in the notes. You'll get this day-to-day notes as well as PowerPoint slides. Go pick up this URL, Copy. Okay, you don't need to log into Google or anything. Just open the browser. This is a public URL. Anybody with URL can download this particular tool. Okay, so the moment I enter the URL in the address bar. Okay, so this is the VMware Workstation software. It's an exe file. Okay. Okay, so this you have to download it. So this is allowed to download. So right click option, there's an option called download. Download anyway. So just want to tell you. So it is downloading. This is the downloadable software. It's a public URL. Okay. To save time, I already have downloaded this exe file. Okay. To save time, it's a 571 MB. Okay, I already have downloaded it. So where is it? Where I have downloaded? Let me take a check it out. See, this is the software which I have downloaded. I already have downloaded. Please download this software. It's an exe file from the Google, from the URL which I have sent you in the notepad. This is a 571 MB software file size of this. Okay, it's an exe file. So we all know what needs to be done. So double click on the exe file and most of the options are default options. Proceed with installation. So let's do that. So let's install VMware Workstation tool in our personal laptop or desktop. Good morning, Dave. How are you doing today? Dave Simon.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. So we are now installing VMware Workstation version 17. Click on next. Accept the license agreement. Take the default options. Don't worry. By default, the VMware will be installed in program files VMware. That's okay. Take the default. Check for the product updates. I don't want any product purpose. This is only for the training purpose. Join the VMware customer experience program. We don't need that. Unnecessary checkboxes. Please remove it. That's what I have mentioned here in the notes. Okay, remove both the checkboxes and install and click on finish. Next. VMware shortcuts in desktops and menu. That's fine. Install. I strongly recommend please install the VMware Workstation tool in your laptop or desktop so that we will be jumping into the practicals from tomorrow. Just takes 2 minutes. Completed the VMware Workstation wizard, click on finish. Okay. So I have finished installation of VMware Workstation. You can see the icon in my desktop. Okay. Open the VMware Workstation. Okay. Open the VMware Workstation. It will prompt for license key. Okay. So it will prompt for license key. In case if it will prompt for license key, don't worry. The URL which I'm using now, which I have sent you, the Google Drive URL. Let me go to the URL. I am also sending the license key in the text file. So please use the license key. In case it will prompt you to enter the license key, please use this license key to activate that particular VMware. I already have activated it. Okay, that's fine. So we are done with the installation of VMware. This is how the VMware tool looks like. Okay, so we'll be creating virtual machines. So here we have an option of create a new virtual machine. As you know, to get into practicals, we'll be creating two machines. We'll be creating one server machine. We'll be creating one client machine, so that we'll experience the client server environments. Okay, so that's our plan for tomorrow's session. Okay, got it? So that's it. This is our agenda. I think as we have met our agenda, so we are done with installation of VMware. Now the VMware URL to download it, and then please install it and get ready for the next session tomorrow. The tomorrow session is continuation of this session. In tomorrow, we'll be creating Windows Server. Refer back to that image. We will be completing installation of Windows Server. Okay, the server part, which is very, very important. Okay, so that's our plan for tomorrow session. Stay tuned for tomorrow session. Please join the tomorrow session using the same Zoom link how you have joined the today at the same time. Please join tomorrow. We'll continue learning on Windows Server administration. Until then, signing off. Thank you very much. This is Sunil. Have a good time.